I still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love that I gave you. It's to the point where I love.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's FreshMode Studios here, back in the video because you guys with an NBA 2K20 news video, and today we're going to be talking about gameplay blog, new badges, shot meters, all that good stuff. So first of all, there was a gameplay blog that came out 3 days ago. It talks about dribbling, badges, takeover, which is returning, and then there were some new badges revealed by Mike Wang. So we're going to go over a few of those things here in this video. So first of all, in the gameplay blog, first off, of course, off-ball movements are now in the game with juke moves and stuff, and there's actually a badge for that, where I don't remember what the heck it's called, but they have one for that. It's like, it's like called like slippery something, and you can get free with jukes easier, and you can do all that stuff off-ball, adding another element to the game. Ball handlers now have some more awareness and stuff, and also what's really weird, I think, is you can't just press like the button, or excuse me, right on the up on the right stick, and you can't do like a signature animation. You gotta actually do it. So they have styles, they have basic ones, and they have Kyrie, Westbrook, LeBron. They got all those guys. Being a successful ball handler is much about rhythm and change of pace, so it's kind of making it, I think, a little more of a it's gonna separate those. I don't know, because you're still gonna be doing a bunch of buttons and stuff, or flicking of the stick. So I think it's still gonna be all those who are dribble gods are still gonna be able to do it. Now they do say if you combine certain moves and stuff like that, that don't make sense, something like that. That's it's not gonna work. You're gonna fumble, and then with the new defense, that it was like arrow, it's like Live 19 or whatever game was where they introduced that, where it kind of sometimes it'll show an arrow where the defender is going, and you can also, if you predict where that defender is gonna go, they say you're gonna have a higher chance to stonewall that dribbler and maybe force a pickup, something like that. So yeah, read and react is part of that defensive stuff. Shot solutions and paint defense, they changed some of those badges. So it's like there's a post, there's like clamps, which is the perimeter one, and then they have like post game one as well. So then of course I was talking about the off ball stuff, and then badges, there's now 80 in the game. And then they added, they're bringing back park badges basically. So they say neighborhood specific badges, and that's gonna be pretty cool. And then takeover returns, and I know that LD2K said, I think it was Chris Manning said that like some of those elbowing animations down post, they're gonna be in the demo, but they will not be in the actual game. So I don't know how I feel about that, because takeover was good. I mean, I don't know how. You couldn't defend it before, you literally couldn't, but I think that removing it, maybe every now and then you can get that animation, but still. So you guys want to check out the full gameplay blog, I'll leave that down below in the comment section. Now on Mike Wang, we're going to talk about some of these badges here with the new shot meters. So Deadeye is now just one badge. If we talk about shot timing and all that, you can now see opponents' shot meters, and if they get a green light and stuff. So now they're saying no more fake greens and stuff, and he's working on making a shot meter off option to turn into a pro gamer setting with a high risk, high reward. If you can hit excellent window, huge shot percentage boost, but if you're a couple frames off, you most likely miss. Now they're also adding to that jump shot stuff, you can change it to like the 2K17 meter, the meter last year, and the meter from like 2K18, and they're also going to have different green effects. You can make like a splash, some other stuff as well. So in 2K19, they're talking about percentages. Wide open was 0%, open was less than 20, lightly was between 20 and 65, which is a big range, and then the rest was smothered. So actually, to me, heavily contested was between 65 and 90, and then above 90 was smothered. So then also Mike Wang did say that chase down artist is coming back. Layups are now gonna have, I mean, you're still able to time layups, but they say that it's gonna be like in the past, where you're not gonna get a whole lot of consequences if you time it badly. But they're saying penalties for poor timing get stricter the further you are from the hoop. So layup timing in the game, but poor timing doesn't hurt you too bad, but bad timing on threes will lead to a lot of bricking. Dimer and flashy passer are separate still in the game. Then he was asking of what that percentage should be that I talked about, what it was in 2K19, and then he was also talking about pick dodger, that is still in the game. Relentless finisher is more energy fatigue related. Contact finisher allows you to boost your ability to hit those shots that work hand in hand. So they're really kind of expanding on different badges and continuing to add that stuff. Pick and roll maestro is gone. Oh shoot, I did not read this. Some of this stuff I'm just gonna going through and giving you some guys stuff, and is replaced by needle threader, which does a similar thing but extends to other passing situations, not just limited to pick and roll situations. Now if we talk about some screens, their screens are much less grabby this year. There'll be better animation content, more branch down points, feels better apparently. Tireless scorer was removed, and its function was broken into two separate badges, with relentless finisher and tireless shooter. Badges still have 4 levels, so the typical stuff we are used to, and they also added the ability to pass out mid-dive, so you don't have to wait till you get all the way to the seated position. Okay, badge called Fancy Footwork allows you to get past defenders with advanced gathers on the floor. Acrobat is still there to help you finish at the rim, so some of those Kyrie kind of layups, all that kind of stuff. Moving on, he was saying also about how you see exactly what the other shooter sees in online matches, shot meter preferences, green effect, etc. Microwave was redesigned and changed to hot start. If you had this badge, you can knock down your first jumper, you get a boost to your ratings for a period of time. The more shots you can knock down without missing, the longer you keep your boost. They also have a quick first step badge to get past defenders a little bit faster. Maybe you think of like Darren Fox, maybe Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose back in his prime, all that kind of good stuff. The ability to chain combo moves together slows down as your energy drops. When it drops to low, you start to fumble the ball. They reworked some of the stealing system. Catch and shoot difficult shots is still in the game. Wide triangle is more like a lob pass more than arc. And then there's also handles for days, pulls off a lot of dribble moves without getting fatigued. There's also slashers, seem to be getting nerfed, which is unfortunate because I was really tempted to I really want to make a slasher, but I don't know. We're going to have to test a bunch of stuff out. I'm going to have a lot of fun in the demo with all that stuff. Obviously, they did say it's going to be limited, but we'll see how that all turns out. They worked the steal system, improved dribbler systems interactions, which if you guys watch me playing 2K, yeah, I get a lot of steals. So they also Interceptor is back in the game. Posterizer is gone, and 2K21 will have contact finisher that help dunkers posterize people, but also small players below the frame finish with contact. There's so much stuff here, so much good stuff. They're also rebounding badges. It seems like they're reworking that a little bit. So new animations being added. The few rebounding badges is Rebound Chaser, helps chase down long rebounds. Worm, help gets around box outs. And then Box, who comes up with these freaking names, dude? Box makes it tougher for worms. Like, what is this? You can choose the hands back to the shot meter, all the way left to right. Alright, Quick Flash, Water Splash, and Paint Splat are those 3 green effects. Now, Ankle Breaker is still the main badge for creating ineffective dribble moves, but the new badge, Space Creator, allows for more effective step back jumpers. And then they also have a hook shot kind of a badge called Deep Hooks. And then they also have what are we talking about here? Defensive badge is Clamps, which I did talk about earlier. Slippery was the off-ball badge. Okay. Volume Shooter is also back, but with better logic. Is in some previous 2Ks. It boosts your ratings if you can maintain your field goal attempts per minute. It's a positive only badge. In the past, it was kind of a negative thing. People didn't want to get that. And they're also trying to add logic for shot contests, more tools, of course. Yada yada yada. Deep Fades is a badge. Of course, allows you to hit post fades from farther out. And then Giant Slayer, it will help them, from smaller players, help them score at the rim amongst the trees. Player builds, upgrading attributes. There's a lot of exciting news. Okay. So each flick of the right stick is a single move. We're talking about dribbling once more. No more auto combos, which I was saying before. The curves behind the back is now a standalone move. Sprint trigger plus RS down, so you manually do last year's Curry combo this year by doing between right behind the back. Alright, so some of that stuff gets a little confusing. Some stuff doesn't make sense of what he says. Layup defense is very different. Fewer complaints about layups missing that shouldn't, and vice versa. When you miss a layup this year, it usually feels deserved. Okay, so maybe that has something to do a little bit with timing and contests. I didn't think 2K19 steals, or layups were that bad. But some stuff was kind of bogus, but they also try to cut a few. So with those 80 badges, they also try to cut some out they felt nobody would want. Charge card is one of them. Free throws is not something that you can get by with a badge anymore. Free throws is gone. You can now upgrade that attribute. So it seems like stretch bigs are going to be kind of not as OP before, because their dribble moves are not going to be as good, and if you try to do moves that your player cannot really do that well, they're going to be fumbling and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, bigs won't be able to equip certain jumpers, so they're going to be getting rid of grinding DF and some of those guys who stretch fours. I think are going to be patched in a sense, and they're not going to be so OP. So yeah, that is pretty much it. After all that stuff that we just went through, that was a lot of stuff to go through. I know it was kind of weird because I was just reading some of that stuff, but I was kind of giving some of my thoughts with it as well. Against all that kind of stuff. But anyway, they also, if we talk about some next step in AI, they were back to the gameplay blog. They're saying they made some upgrades. Their transition defense has been rewritten. So I don't know how this is a good thing is. I'm kind of worried that like you're not gonna be able to score. In a sense, I mean, you're always going to be able to score, but not as easily. I think they're saying they're going to also look out for new team-specific and player-specific adjustments, like Utah's on-ball adjustments to Harden, Toronto's top lock deny, which was just a box and one against Curry, player-specific takeover awareness. So they're going to, they say they improve this stuff every year, but then you start figuring out cheese and all that. So I don't know. It sounds good to the ear, just like all this other stuff with Mike Wang that he's tweeting. Will it really, work out for 2K? I don't know. We will find out. But anyways, let me know if y'all are hyped for 2K20, and if you guys want to read the full blog, I went over a lot of stuff. I went over pretty much every single Mike Wang tweet and everything we know so far about gameplay and badges and all that good stuff. So lots and lots of stuff that's going to be new in 2K20. It's like a while to get used to. Can't wait for the demo, though. It's coming in just a couple weeks, and we're going to put a ton of videos out on that right before 2K20 actually drops on September 6th. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you did, go ahead, drop a like, subscribe for content, and I'll try to keep you guys updated as much as possible. 2K20 news, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.